we have chosen to set up in a mountain biome which borders onto a plains. Luckily, we have a village right on our doorstep. The fractured looking mountains which split apart to form a natural valley are picture perfect for the build we have in mind for this season. We can't say exactly what it is just yet, other than in this series, our starter base will not be a simple hole in the hill. Deanius wouldn't allow me to do that again. everyone, welcome back to the InterRealms server for our Let's Play series. And it is done. If you were watching one of our last live streams, you'd see that we started building on our nether fortress and converting the area into the nether. Well, that tower is now all but complete. And there you have it, how it's come up. The terraforming, I've got to say at the end, I was very happy with how that one ended up. But boy, do we have some stuff to do for us today on this episode. We have got lots to do, so we can't stand around looking at buildings and nice pretty flame pillars in the corners. We got work to do. During the week, we have started work on the Dragon Gate that will lead into the heart of the Mega Fortress. 2 dragon heads adorn either side of the cliffside opening, which will give archers and defenders high vantage points from which to defend the bay from unwanted intruders. While we take a look over this ever-changing base, we are proud to announce that the InterRealms server is now hosted and powered by G-Portal. Check out G-Portal for your private game server, and if you use the link in the description, you can get 5% discount on their already great prices. Well, we have so much to do in today's episode. It is absolutely ridiculous, so let's give a quick summary on what we need to do. First and foremost, we've got the first tower of the fortress completed. We need to do another one, which we've got mapped out over there. Now this one's obviously to do with the creeper farm and the killing chamber for the creeper farm. This one over here, within it, is going to be a kelp farm. Hello everyone, welcome back directly here from the InterRealms server. Proudly hosted and powered by G-Portal. So as you can see, we have completed the second tower here, overlooking the bay that houses the kelp farm. And on top of the hill, we have completed the internal workings of our melon and pumpkin farm. We have more building to do, because we are going to turn this into one of the great towers of our future nether fortress here in the overworld. So without much further ado, let's see how that baby will look. as you can see, the main part of the build is now finished and all complete. However, as you can also see, it's mysteriously floating off the ground. Not the desired effect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little bit of terraforming around the bottom of the base to connect it to the mountain. It's not going to look perfect just yet because eventually this entire mountain range here is going to be terraformed as the other buildings go up and around it and the walls of the fortress go up. But they're going to come first before the terraforming. So we're going to do a little bit here to make this look connected and real and realistic. And then we're going to finish this one off and then move on to the next part of the fortress build. So let's go. And now that's all done. As you can see, perfect, absolute perfection. No, not really. So the first job that I like to do is when I do these sort of projects is actually just get the outline done first. But even though you can see that it's just the outline that's been done, I'll just land back up here for a minute. Even though it's just the outline, you can see already how more full the mountain looks. Now, if you can imagine, as I continue to build that out and make it look more natural and more jagged, the mountain's going to come out more and come back more towards its natural line. And it's going to fill out the bottom across this sort of area here, which is going to make the whole thing feel more connected to and more natural in the landscape and fit in better. But the first thing you got to do is you got to put out the outline of where the building is so you know where you're working. And even though it's nowhere near finished yet, already it feels more connected instead of just this floating building sitting there. The other thing, as it comes up to sleep time, the other thing that I've done is I've connected it through to the ice farm, which is going to be, I'm going to put another building around this. Actually, that was WheresLee actually made this early on. He didn't know that our base was just down there. And I was going to dismantle it in place of the building I was going to put here, but now I've sort of rethought the plan, and it's sort of handy having a little ice farm there in case you need it. So I'm going to build around it, but I'm just going to sleep real quick. Yeah, so I was going to build around that now, but so what I've done is I've started putting like a connector through to where we're going to walk through. Now this is going to be the walkway, or the, I guess the battlements, the ramparts, or whatever you call it on a castle or a fortress. That's going to run along here, the castle walls, which I haven't finalised the design for yet, but they're going to stretch obviously right around this canyon to where it's required. So it's going to go from here, which is one of the main structures and main buildings of the fortress. And as you come sort of around here, you'll come down, you'll come through this passageway, you'll come into it the next building, which will be here. So there'll be a building here on the ice. I'm not sure if I'll build anything up there just yet, but that wall will continue down. It'll come down here, the fortification, along this area here, which I will map out with like yellow wool or something, so I just cement the ideas a bit more, and it will come down basically in line with this dragon head, as if basically the wall will essentially run once it starts from this dragon head all the way around, and it will end back up onto behind that dragon head, so as if it's the wall is the body of the dragon. It's a two-headed dragon, strangely, but that's what I've got in mind. And I'm going to connect this tower here with the little bypass through into here, into the cave network. So it'll all be interconnected, so you can run around all safe and sound from mobs or invading forces. But that's what I've sort of got in mind. So that's where we're up to on this one now. So what we'll do is we'll continue on with a bit of the terraforming around the base of the structure around this hill. Be mainly basalt, the nether things, basalt, blackstone, and those sort of things. And we'll see how far we get, and we will come back momentarily. Well, momentarily for you, after probably a couple of hours for me. Under a starlit sky, the waters reflect on the night. There's a place only seen in the moonlight. I've So a few moments for you, few hours for me, and as you can see, the terraforming and integrating this part of the fortress into the mountain is coming along. Now, I'll just fly through and have a quick look. I haven't done this side fully yet, basically because I haven't quite finalised what I'm doing over here at the moment, so I don't want to have to build stuff, so I've just left that alone until I've finished it out. But I've done some on the other sides. As you can see, it's sort of integrated a bit better. Now if we come across to the other side, we'll fly in through the dragon gate. Float across here like this. Come on, render. You can see it's coming in a bit better. I'll try and land up on this hill up here. Why is there? Oh. As you can see, it looks much more integrated into the mountainside. Obviously, I've got a little bit carried away. There's a lot more work to do on here yet for the terraforming. This is just the start. As I did say before, it's not going to be perfect now. There is a block missing there. How weird. It's not going to be perfect now, but it's going to give some idea of where we're heading with this area. Now, the other thing that I have done is I've done this little area through here. Still got to remove all of the snow and replace the blocks with the basalt. And you know, there's different bits of fire in here. Still detailing to be done in here with the magma blocks and lava and those sort of things, and the shroom lights like we have done. But we got a nice little walkway through down into here, which will go into the next building above the ice farm. So you come up here, you got the walkway right along here now, across the battlements, through here, and obviously we've got the old trick of hiding lighting under carpets. Probably the best that we can sort of do at the moment. Underneath the warrior statue, we've got some more shroom lights, so that actually lights up. In underneath here, which is above the mountain gate, which we can see down there. In underneath here, there's all hidden shroom lights, so at night time it actually lights up on the underneath. And obviously you come through the door now down to the collection system for the farm. And as you can see, here's just some of the stuff that's been collected while we've been working away. That has been, I'm enjoying this project very much, but it's been, that terraforming was just a nightmare, you know, the amount of scaffolding whatnot. So that's why I didn't show it too much, because it's not the most exciting. It's like the sheep cave, a lot of terraforming, like cave forming sort of stuff, just placing blocks randomly. But the effect though, I think is coming up really well. Now let me know in the comments below what you think. How you think this whole build is coming together. Let me know in the comments below, and any ideas and thoughts, and I'd be happy to take them into consideration. Now,
Dad asked me to design him a 4-way elytra launcher. The concept is very simple. A bubble column shoots you up one of the 4 towers at the top. As you fly up into the air, you activate a tripwire hook which sends a slime block at your face. Once it smashes into you, it propels you out into the open air. Activating your elytra once you have been hit will see you glide a very far way. Of course, after I was done, Dad wanted to make the towers look good.
yes, I had to make it look good. That's my way, and here it is. Now, originally, I was going to build a building around the apparatus, but then I was sort of looking at it and was like, it actually looks pretty good by itself. Now, I will note, Deanius?
Hi!
Hello. I will note that it's actually not terraformed at all just yet. And it has, depending where you stand, it actually looks different with different textures and different looks and different feels, as you can see here. Now, I have not done any terraforming of here, which will help blend it into the mountain more. So, yes, I know it looks like a big cylinder standing on top of a mountain. Don't worry, in the long run, it won't. There's no point doing the terraforming on it just yet, because in this passage here is going to be a big wall. There'll be another building on this mountain here. I'm going to interconnect it all, and then I'll terraform around it. So I'm not too worried about the bottom. But, where's Dean? Hello?
Hi!
Hello. You did a fantastic job on the apparatus.
Yay!
It works really well. It does depend on server's tick speed though, and sometimes it's not 100%, but most times you can get in there and you can actually fly all the way to the shopping district without any rockets. So should we give it a go?
Sure!
Now, there are actually 3 entry... Did you just faceplant a mountain again? Or did you faceplant into my butt? It felt distinctly like your face landed in my butt. Is that accurate? Is that accurate?
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost all, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the